Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to make a pleated slit using 5 easy steps. If you're interested, please keep watching. For this tutorial, you'll be needing the back block of your pencil sketch which I have here. You'll also be needing your pressing iron and also your pins. And also you'll be needing a piece of fabric that will be used to create the pleat at the back of your skirt. So I have this piece of fabric here. The width is 30 inch while the length is the length of my slit opening plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So now we're going to go into the tutorial proper. The first step is to close your slit opening using a loose stitch. After closing your slit opening, the second step to take is to sew your piece of fabric that will be used to create the pleat on your zipper allowance. So you're going to go ahead to sew the piece of fabric on your zipper allowance like so, making sure that the good face of the fabric is facing the good face of your skirt. So you're going to go ahead to place it this way and stitch. Once you're done stitching this part, you go ahead to stitch it to the other zipper allowance also. So once you're done fixing the piece of fabric to your zipper allowance, this is what you're going to be having. The next step, which is step number 3, is to start creating your pleat. And in doing that, the first thing to do is to locate the midpoint of the piece of fabric. So I've gone ahead to locate the midpoint of the piece of fabric. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to place the midpoint of the piece of fabric on the center back of the skirt block. So you're going to go ahead to open up the piece of fabric like so. Then you place the center of the piece of fabric on the center back of the skirt like you see me doing in the video. Once you're done doing that, the next thing to do is to secure it with your pin. After you're done securing it with your pin, the next thing to do is to start creating your pleat. And in doing that, you're going to go ahead to flip the fabric over like so, because you'll be starting from the lower part of the fabric. Once you're done flipping it over, the next thing to do is to start creating your pleat. So you're going to place your hand on the center back like so. Then you take the piece of fabric and flip it over to the zipper allowance like so. What you're doing is so simple. I'll repeat it again. You place your hand on the center back of the skirt. Then you take the piece of fabric and pleat it on your zipper allowance. Once you're done doing this, the next thing you're going to go ahead to do is to keep it in place with your pressing iron. Next, you're going to go ahead to move over to the other side and you're going to be repeating the same thing. So you place your hand on the center, that is on the center back of the skirt. Then you take the piece of fabric and pleat it over on your zipper allowance like so. So the pleat should be stopping at the center back of the skirt. After this, you're going to go ahead to keep it in place with your pressing iron again. Next, you move over to the other side and repeat the same process. You place your hand on the center back like so. Then you take the upper fabric and flip it over on your zipper allowance like this. Once you're done doing that, you're going to go ahead to keep it in place with your pressing iron. After you're done with this part, you're going to go ahead to move over to the other side again and repeat the same process. So I'm going to keep repeating the same process till I'm done pleating the piece of fabric on the center back of the skirt. So once you're done pleating, this is what you're going to be having. So now we're going to move over to step 4, which is to run a stitch on this part. So you're going to go over your sewing machine and close up this part. So once I was done closing it up, this is what I have. So now we are going to go ahead to move over to step 5. First, I'll go ahead to remove the pin I placed on that part. Then I'll go ahead to loosen the stitch I made. Remember, I made a loose stitch at the beginning of the tutorial. I'm going to go ahead to open up the stitch now, like you see me doing in the video. So after opening up the stitch, this is what you're going to be having. As you can see, it's looking so beautiful and it came out really nice. So you can go ahead to try yours using these 5 easy steps. So if this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to, and also don't forget to drop a like and a comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.